30 of the Full-Time Banter Show. Look, my opposable thumbs. Yep, it's episode 30 of the Full-Time Banter Show, part 2. And this is the film section. If you haven't seen part 1, that was the Fantasy League section. But if you're more inclined to go to the old cinema, then this is the one for you. This week we are looking at sci-fi films, science fiction, fiction de ciencia. But before we crack on, please do like, share and subscribe the video. YouTube channel Full-Time Banter 7 and on Twitter as well at Full-Time Banter. But just realised how rude of me. If you've never watched this before, my name is Liam.
And I'm Tariq.
And mate, bit of sci-fi.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
It bleeds into every genre, doesn't it?
It does, essentially. And there was we had a good chat on Twitter about that as well. But I love film anyway. But I absolutely adore science fiction. It's I look out for science fiction films, and as you say, it has spread because let's talk about this then for a minute because
it's like the clap of film genres.
Go ahead, you give us what you're thinking on that.
Yeah, because the thing with the sci-fi when Tig said let's do this, and I'm like, all right, okay. And then in my head I was thinking, well, if you're going like traditional full sci-fi, then you're looking at your 2001 Space Odysseys, things like that. But then when you start opening it up into the elements of sci-fi, you've got your aliens type things, you've got time travel to the past and to the future, you've got things that could be like body snatchers, you've got
invasion,
that kind of thing. You've got
discovery and
space, even to an extent things like zombies could, in theory, depending on how the zombies are created, because it's different origins and that. Could be included. Comics, but I've eschewed that because comics have essentially become their own film genre anyway. So
superheroes,
go back and watch episode 10, I think it was, or whatever.
If you do like your film section and you're a new viewer, hopefully we'll get a few new viewers off this because we've had a few new people get in touch as well. I'm not a fan of superheroes, so go back and watch that episode. We've done top 5 sports films.
We've done
top 5 gangster films, top 5 kung fu. And we're doing top 5 sci-fi, and like you say, a little disclaimer before we go on. Again, going back to our critique, to put it mildly, we've had from somebody. I will disagree with you. I've asked you for your input and your choices, and I will disagree with most of them, and I'll mock them. But hey, it's as I said to somebody on Twitter, it's film, and therefore it's art, upon which your opinion is completely subjective.
Opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got them.
Everyone's got them, and I don't want to see yours.
And most of them are full of shit.
So, we appreciate getting in touch, but it creates a good discussion and good banter, hopefully. Talking about the genres and stuff like that, because I've kind of, in my head, I classify them. And for the sake of this show, I've kind of given them names that I keep just in my head, so I will reveal. Yeah.
An inner working into the mind of Tariq Nazir.
So like you say, the classic sci-fi is what I love. About new ideas, new concepts, new horizons, discovery, that's what I love, innovation. Ones I hate, sci-fi horror, I can just tolerate.
I have a point on that.
Yeah, borderline. And when I say sci-fi horror, the ones I can tolerate, I'm thinking of the likes of Event Horizon. Aliens is technically, or Alien initially, is sci-fi horror.
Sci-fi,
the ones I can't stand, time travel, I love time travel. Yeah, so any of those go. Incidentally, on that, I'll try and include a link in the description because there's an excellent video on YouTube where somebody's given a description of all the different concepts of time travel used in film.
All right.
Yeah, Back to the Future.
Etc.
etc. And turns out Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling's method, is the most plausible and credible in film. So, so interesting. It was an interesting watch. I thought that maybe you'll disagree. But anyway, what was I saying? Yes, ones I don't like. One is where it's uninventive, regular crap story and plot in space. Yeah,
it could be set anywhere. It's just set in space.
It's set in space.
Okay.
And they bring a few gizmos and gimmicks along as well. Good to hate those. The ones somebody's put Minority Report, and that's one film I don't like, and that's kind of bordering on that. My other one I absolutely detest is what I like to call space dog, which essentially means it's some form of alien threat, but it's basically a space dog that's killing people. That's what it is, yeah. So, Super 8, another Spielberg one.
Oh,
the kids.
yes, for the kids, yeah.
Intelligent space dog, yeah. One I watched recently, someone kept bloody going on about it. A Quiet Place. Everyone's raving about this film. Bloody space dog. That's all it is.
Everyone has to be quiet.
Yeah. Stupid. So I hate crap like that with space dogs. Yeah. I'll leave my rant there. We'll talk about other stuff. We'll hit it off straight away then. Anything else you want to add before?
No, mate, no. Wire in.
Cool. We've had a lot of response as usual. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it because it's your view and your input that makes this section special for us, and also gives me some new films that I want to see and I haven't heard of, because I'd love to hear of films that I've never heard of and want to watch. So straight away, Stuart Crossley, workmate,
big
colleague,
up Stu. Yeah, big up man.
He's got in touch, and incidentally, he's catching you on FPL. He's having a storming couple of months.
He's obviously listening to what we're saying.
Yeah, well, he was right down at the bottom, and he's come right to the top. He's on your tail. But Stuart has got some good choices. He comes in with, unfortunately, number 5, Minority Report. His reasoning being it's action-packed, fight against the system. I do like a fight against the system, but I like it in the sort of Fight Club kind of way. Yeah, I like beating the system. We all do, don't we? Yeah. Give it to the man. Yeah, so Minority Report, personally I didn't like it. I'm a fan of Tom Cruise, but I did not like that film. Have you seen it?
Yeah, really like it. Yeah. Philip K. Dick in it.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's based on one of his novels, yeah, so
Right.
it's taken straight from sci-fi. It's
Right.
literally taken from science fiction.
Philip K. Dick, who did Scanners as well, Scanner Darkly.
Fucking everything. He's done too much to...
Yeah, definitely. Number 4, Inception, Nolan Brothers.
Yeah, not watched it. I've no intention of.
Oh, you got to watch it.
Yeah.
Another thinking, cerebral film, yeah? Who'd have thought you could hack into people's dreams?
Well, if I watch it, I'll be having a nap within a nap.
Very good. But brilliant film, I liked it. Tom Hardy as well in that, and Leonardo and a load of other excellent people. Michael Caine as well. Number 3, 2001, A Space Odyssey. Yeah? Another sentient machine. Because in case you don't know, Stuart is our IT man, very much into his machines. Yeah, he's preventing them from taking over.
First line of defence against Russia, Stuart.
Hal is the best character and an amazing musical score, which I'll agree with. And I still don't know what it was all about, which is very true because it's been a long time since I've watched 2001. I do need to rewatch it.
I've not.
You've not. It's very slow.
Yeah,
it's very slow moving. It's Kubrick, who I won't say I'm not a big fan of. I just can't get into Kubrick films as much as I can.
I think you've got to be in the right mindset to watch Kubrick. I think you've got to.
Bit of a nutcase.
I'm gonna sit down and you can't just flick them on.
I mean, Full Metal Jacket is the only one I can say I fully invested in. But yeah, I agree with all those points. Fantastic cinematography and musical score as well. Incidentally, kind of highlighted when you later, I can't remember if it was Hans Zimmer. It was Hans Zimmer who did the soundtrack for 2001. But everybody has got onto that train now, or boat, or whatever you want to call it, bandwagon of, suitable score for a film. Number 2, Return of the Jedi. First time at the pictures on Union Street. We're in Oldham, if you are in Oldham. There used to be, it got turned into amusements, and now God knows what it is. Yeah, but
knocking shop.
Good versus evil, with father and son reunited to defeat the dark side. Yeah. Not my favourite of the 3, but we'll talk about that later. But very good nonetheless. Yeah. Number 1, Stuart comes in with The Matrix. Is this sci-fi? Or is this the real life? Sentient machines controlling humans with a human sort of winning out. Amazing special effects. It is a film I like. Not one of my favourites, but for me, it's that bit about the martial arts scene, as a kid. I mean, I've dreamt of that, being woken up and having these magic skills all of a sudden one day, or being programmed to have. Yeah, you can now fly a helicopter. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. So Matrix as your number one, fair enough, good choice. Wouldn't be my number one, but all good choices, Stuart. Our next, a newcomer.
Yeah, we've got a FPL remote bot. Thank you for getting in touch, my friend.
Poignant name there, remote bot.
Yeah.
Is this the start?
Especially with his choice of number 5, which is Her. Have you seen this one?
I have.
Which I've just read about it. It sounds pretty intense. Scarlett Johansson as a machine, and the creator falls in love.
It is. It's very, very different. And I hadn't even noticed. I apologise, FBO Remote, but I've just been copying and pasting off Twitter into my notes here. Didn't even actually have a proper look at your top 5. But here we go. Her with Joaquin Phoenix.
Whacking.
Is it Scarlett Johansson? Because I thought it was Angelina Jolie.
I'm pretty sure it's Johansson.
Is it? Because I watched it and it sounded like her. But definitely worth a watch, because this is what I'm talking about. This niche sci-fi where she's essentially an operating system.
Yeah.
And he makes a little pocket computer that he carries around, and she can view the world, and she starts to learn and has emotions and a personality and everything. And he falls in love with her. And it's just bizarre, but it's a brilliant, brilliant film. You've got to watch it.
And then he starts whacking off to her.
He does, in fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So thanks for that. Yeah, number 4, Children of Men. I admit, not.
This is one that Riz likes. I can't remember. I think Alberto Cuarón, who's been touted for this new Roma film. He's also worked with Guillermo del Toro on Pan's Labyrinth, and he did something else as well. But he's involved with this. I didn't like it. It's a bit dour. It's a bit, it doesn't go anywhere. Children. It stars the Steve Owen, the English guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's basically got to transport a kid from one place to another. Michael Caine's in it as well. And not a great deal happens. It's making some sort of political point. Yeah.
What that is, you don't know.
Yeah, I've forgotten. I'm not into politics. Yeah.
No.
So political sci-fi, not my thing. Children of Men, not my favourite. I wouldn't put it anywhere near my top 5.
Which is number 3. We've got Aliens. I'm guessing this is one of the sequels, as opposed to original Alien, which is
Alien. Yeah, this is Aliens with the stormtroopers. Awesome. So many lines from that. Hey, Ramirez, you ever been mistaken for a man? Yeah, no.
No, I've never dabbled in the Alien franchise.
No. Space Dog.
Space Dog.
Space Dog film.
Inside Jump.
But essentially, the first one, the original and the best, arguably. Yeah. But Aliens, the sequel, is very different to the first film, because I, as a youngster, I actually watched this first. And then thought, wow, I'm going to watch the first one. And the first one, like, what?
It's a bit.
Where's the Space Marines?
I'll come on to a point later on, but I've seen that thing, number 2, Matrix, which we covered, and number 1, 2001, A Space Odyssey. And it left us a comment and said, love sci-fi, comes on a list of about 100 honourable mentions, including They Live, fucking cracking choice, Roddy Piper, I made to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Rollerball, fucking my dad had, even the remake isn't too bad.
I've not seen the remake.
It is what it is, it's just it's early noughties. My dad had a version of he made his own version of Rollerball from a video to video, back in the day, video cassette to cassette, and it was just basically the rollerball scenes. So it was just 20 minutes of fucking non-stop action, fucking around. It was like, Jesus Christ, it's absolutely bonkers. It's in the loss.
I like that film. It's good.
We've also got The Thing.
The Thing. Have you seen The Thing? We've got to have a moment for The Thing.
No, never.
What?
Just the one from Fantastic Four.
No, The Thing is. See again, these Invasion, let's call it. This is my category I'm giving it, Invasion. Yeah, but it scared the shit out of me, this film, first time I watched it, because I watched the original. I don't know if it's 70s or early 80s, because there's a remake with Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell, I think. But the original one, which I'm guessing is black and white. For some reason, I'm thinking it's black and white.
Yeah.
But it's scary as hell, because it's a shapeshifter, essentially, and they're in this substation in Antarctica somewhere Arctic like that. So trapped, essentially, isolated, and it's a shapeshifter, so you don't know who it is, and it's brilliant. It's tense, and it's suspense, and elements of Hitchcock in there as well.
Excellent.
Yeah, so the Thing, absolutely brilliant. Yes.
We've also got Ex Machina or Ex Machina, depending on tomato.
Ex Machina, I
which
think
is freaky as fuck.
It is.
I watched it on a dodgy copy at someone's house, and it was.
The Chinese lady sent it to you.
What's that?
Was it the Chinese lady sent it to you?
No. 3, 4, or 5. It's it's bizarre. The ending freaked me the fuck. It's a weird film anyway because not a lot happens.
Yeah.
Which I quite like those kind of films because they're really throwbacks to the 70s. But yeah, really fucking just.
Apparently, and I need to watch it again for this reason.
Alicia Vikander's naked in it, which is fucking. That was tight.
Someone else who's been in touch, FPL Claret, was saying on Twitter that apparently there's a story within a story.
Okay.
And I didn't pick up on that. I didn't get that, so I'm going to re-watch it and see what that's all about.
Yeah,
but Ex Machina, I liked it.
So two of the choices are Brazil, not Alan Brazil.
Brazil, you watch Brazil?
No.
Oh, you've got to watch Brazil. You like it. How can I describe it? It's like Monty Python sci-fi. That's how
I hate Monty Python.
Do you?
Yeah.
What? Really?
That's another topic. That's another topic. Don't start.
I had you down as a Monty
Python
guy.
It's only like no. Anyway, his other choice is 12 Monkeys.
12 Monkeys. Yes.
Terry Gilliam.
Yes.
Incidentally, bit disappointed when I watched it because I think I built it up so much that when I came to watch it, I was like.
Oh, never watch the hype. Never go for the hype.
No, but because it had been so long, It was in the. I can't remember what it was one of them. But yeah, very Bruce Willis. It probably warrants a rewatch, and it is now a TV series as well. I do believe.
Yeah, everything's a bloody TV series.
Yeah. But anyway, top choices there, mate. Good honourable
Thank
mentions.
You very much Remote Bot.
We're for time, my friend. What are we on?
Oh, yeah, bloody hell. We're running out of time. Let's race through these. FPL Fring, who loves our film section, has been in touch previously. He starts with RoboCop.
Put down your weapons.
Yes, the original. I watched this on Christmas Day this year. If I didn't, it might not have made the list. How amazingly violent. I've got to agree with that. The bit where the guy ends up in the vat of acid and then gets driven through. Wow. Funny and 80s. Yeah, I mean 80s is it's just a thing, isn't it? Lovely thing. With a great message on privatisation and consumerism, smarter than it looks on the surface.
I'd buy that for $1.
Hey, number 4, The Matrix. I remember how I felt watching this for the first time. It was something that felt so new, a perfect combination of sci-fi and martial arts. Those fight sequences were so entertaining. I didn't love the following 2 movies. I agree with you there. Third one is absolutely awful. Entertaining, but ultimately a letdown. Yeah. You seen either?
I don't like them.
No, you've seen all 3?
I've seen the first one. I've dabbled in the other ones. And
you didn't like it? No, okay. Number 3, Alien/Aliens. Decided to go the original over one of the best sequels. I have to agree, it is one of the best sequels to be ever made. So well filmed, scary, exciting, thrilling, funny, and good raw old school special effects that have actually aged quite well. Very true. I could easily watch it again right now. Defo. Number 2, my man, Akira. Anime, yeah. This could easily have been Ghost in the Shell, but alas, I have gone for Akira, or Akira, some people call it. What an incredible story, animated so well, so much emotion, some confusing themes when I was younger, but I've enjoyed revisiting it as I've grown old and wise. Akira, seen?
Not very aware of it. Always mean to sit down and watch it, but I will.
Brilliant, love it. Yeah, anime is the way to go. I mean, anime in fact is probably 95% sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you watch anime films, but anyway. So difficult to make his number 1 choice, but he went with Empire Strikes Back. Thumbs up. Debated, a lot of people's most popular Star Wars film of the original trilogy. Just so you know, myself and a lot of the other people don't class anything after the original 3 Star Wars films as Star Wars. Yeah, it's just tripe and crap. Empire Strikes Back. I've probably seen this more than any other film. Was my go-to as a child, and recently enjoyed it with my 2-year-old daughter. I just effing love it. Yeah,
can't argue.
Nothing more to be said than that. Outside of his top 5, The Martian. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did. It was a great film. How do you like them space apples?
I'd agree. I really like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you get the reference? How do you like them space apples?
Yes, but it escapes me.
It's how do you like them apples from Good Will Hunting?
Ah,
which
right.
was also Matt Damon.
Yeah.
I didn't like The Martian. I don't really like Matt Damon, if I'm honest. I liked him in the Hurt Locker. Is he in the Hurt Locker or the Green Zone? He's in one of those. And I liked him in Good Will Hunting. And that's about it, pretty much. Don't like the Bourne films, apart from the first one. Event Horizon. Love a good scary as F horror sci-fi. See, I don't like swearing on this show. And I still get criticised by Miguel. You can do all the swearing if you like.
It's my release.
Yeah. Event Horizon, yeah, horror sci-fi, not my thing. It's okay. I don't like Sam Neill's face. Yeah, didn't like it, yeah. And no Terminator or Terminator 2 for me, at least not in my top 5. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So FPL Fredo had a bit of a price reduction recently, haven't they? Which back to 10p.
To give you his full title on Twitter, it's FPL Fredo, not a chocolate bar.
Well,
not a chocolate frog.
Aren't I all the pricks of the day then? Number 6, he's gone for The Thing, which I already covered. Number 5, Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Hell fucking yeah, boy.
But only the first one.
Yeah, only the first one. When we come to mine,
Okay.
I've gone for 6. Yeah. Number 4, E.T. Never seen E.T. Come to fucking ass with him. Running around on his bike and giving him people the finger.
Yeah.
I give people the finger and get fucking,
Get arrested.
Yeah.
I've watched it. I can say I watched it, and the only thing I could tell you that I've been impressed with from E.T. is the kid Elliot. If you go on YouTube, there is the original audition tape for the kid who plays Elliot.
Yeah, oh nice.
And he's a brilliant actor. In his audition tape, he has you welling up.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. So,
lad.
So I'd watch that, but E.T. nah.
So number 3, got Return of the Jedi. Number 2, Empire Strikes Back. And number 1 is Star Wars. So that's episode 4, New Hope, for those not.
No, it's just called Star Wars. Well, it was back then.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving it out there, mate.
Yeah.
Let people know.
Cool. Yeah.
So yeah, can't fault any of them. Thank you, my friend.
Miguel, how you doing, Miguel? Here are my favourite 5 sci-fi films, all foreign languages. Thank you, Miguel. I appreciate that. In at number 5, Cargo. Never heard of it. I will look it up. Number 4, Extraterrestrial. Never heard of it. I will look it up. Number 3, Troll Hunter. Yes, it's Nordic, shall we say, Scandinavian. I can't remember exactly where from. Troll Hunter. Nah, didn't like it. Yeah, shaky camera work and big monsters. Space Dog. Yeah.
Hashtag Space Dog. Get it trending.
Number 2, The Host, which I think is Korean.
Alright.
Came out similar time as Dark Waters, I think, or just after, something like that. Again, I didn't really like that. Number 1, Time Crimes. Now, Time Crimes I know is Mexican, I'm guessing. I think it's a Mexican film. I can't remember its Spanish title. But this has actually been recommended to me, Miguel, by one other person. And it's on my watch list. I did try watching it a couple of nights ago and it just wouldn't play for some reason. I don't know why, so I'm really, really looking forward to Time Crimes. But he goes on to say, you will enjoy the top 2 and last 2, that's for sure. Okay. Well, like I say, The Host I wasn't too keen on, but Time Crimes, Extraterrestrial, Cargo, I will definitely look up, Miguel.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your input, Miguel, as always.
Also, if you swap that round, Crime Time were a tag team in WWF for a little while.
Yeah.
Moving on, just giving you that info. Giroud's top, he's got 10 favourites.
Go for it.
Edge of Tomorrow, which is Tom Cruise.
He's gone sort of, I like the way he's actually...
It's chronological order. I do apologise.
He's gone to a bit of effort, Giroud's top.
So,
he's a bit chronological order.
Solaris from 1976.
So thusly, not the George Clooney remake of the 90s.
Altered States from 1980.
I don't know what that is. I've got a feeling I have watched it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Would have been nice if you give us some bit of a breakdown, Giroud's top, next time. But
break it down. He's got Brazil, 1985. Gattaca from 1997. Quite a jump of 12 years there, mate.
Gattaca, you seen Gattaca?
No.
Jude Law. You won't have seen the other crap Matt Damon sci-fi flick that was of recent times. He wears like an exoskeleton, but basically it's kind of making a point again about elitism and things like that. And the Matt Damon one is
I think I've seen that one.
Crap action version of this more cerebral.
Right.
So Gattaca definitely.
Right, so I've seen the action one then. Fair enough, thank you, mate. And Dark City, 1999.
Dark City, now if I remember correctly, I get my films confused sometimes, but I think Dark City is the one where they steal these boogeymen dressed in black, steal children's dreams. I think that's the right one, and if it is, it's a very good film.
Nice one. 13th Floor, also from 1999.
I don't know.
Again, it just shows how big this genre is if it's bypassing us. Minority Report, Tom Cruise. He doesn't like it. I'm a big fan. Children of Men, 2006, we've already covered. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, 2014. Right, we'll come on to that in a bit.
We'll talk about that later, yes.
Edge of Tomorrow, which is Tom Cruise. I like it. Which one?
Emily Blunt and Tom Cruise, I kind of like those kind of Groundhog Day / Butterfly Effect kind of films, but they have limited appeal because they can't really explore it intelligently, and especially not in Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I liked that. I don't mind a bit of Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
It was a good romp, I thought.
Yeah, good romp, essentially, next one from The Triple Captain. Very good name. Again, for any viewers who are not involved with our videos on fantasy football, that is a reference to something in fantasy football, and perhaps not something from the Kama Sutra or something like that. The Triple Captain sends in Sunshine. You familiar with that?
Yeah, with the nuclear warhead in the sun.
Danny Boyle.
Yeah, liked it, but then they actually go on the spaceship and it freaked me the fuck out.
Essentially it's Event Horizon.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It went too weird for me. I wasn't expecting it, and it shit me up.
Yeah, I didn't. It looks good, visually good, but no, I didn't like it. Ex Machina, very good. Arrival, recent one. Amy Adams, aka Lewis Lane. Big spaceship drops out of nowhere. All about communication. It was good. Those type of films I like. Arrival / Contact / Signs, where it's not invasion as such, but discovery. I call them discovery films. Yeah. Interstellar. First person to mention it, my man. Yeah. Interstellar. I love it. It's the Nolan brothers. Do you know the Nolan brothers? They make great films. They made Inception as well. Interstellar is absolutely fantastic.
I prefer the Nolan sisters, to be honest.
Still one of my favourite films of all time, not just sci-fi, and still one of my favourite films that I've seen since Interstellar came out. In at number one, Annihilation. Yeah. Now, I have just this evening, whilst preparing these notes, watched Annihilation.
Right.
Yeah. It is Natalie Portman.
Bit of a port.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan except for in Leon. But again, kind of you'd call it invasion. Something drops out of space, screws everyone up. She goes to find out. I've got the last 15 minutes left to watch, so I had to leave it where she's in the lighthouse. Yeah, spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah.
She's in the lighthouse, and I'll leave it there. Yeah, she's in the lighthouse, so I've got the last 15 minutes of it to watch. It's fantastic. Right, that was Triple Captain's choices. Thank you very much, Triple Captain.
Now we've got Buke Lurden. I'm guessing that's the initials have been swapped around there. Thanks for that, mate. Fucking tongue twister. How about some newer ones? He says.
Hey, why not?
Inception, incredible mindfuckery, incredible fuck-offery. For me, that is. The Martian, great acting from one man for most of a whole film. I found that. Guardians of the Galaxy, just a fucking funny superhero in space. I wouldn't include superheroes because they're their own genre, but hey, I like it, so that's fine with me. Mad Max, big fan of the post-apocalyptic stuff. Hell yeah!
Definitely.
And again, I'll come on to that in my section. And Looper, more mindfuckery. Very serious, very dark. I got it on Blu-ray because I really wanted to watch it in the cinema. Didn't. Got it on Blu-ray, thought, I've a bit of a film night, put it on, and I was like, holy shit, this is fucking intense. Do you know, brief aside, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, JGL.
Yeah, he's
he
very
actually
good.
did put prosthetics on his face.
Yeah, to make him
look
especially
more
that.
like,
Oh.
yeah, to make him look more like Bruce Willis, which is incredible levels of detail.
Yeah, I really liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, very good and very heavy. Don't.
Well, classic as there's a couple of films which are very similar. So there's Looper, Jumpers with Hayden Christensen and Samuel L. Jackson, and then there's Push with the guy, Captain America guy.
Chris Evans.
Yeah, and Push is a bit crap. Push that to the side. But Looper and Jumper, very good. Looper are probably coming out top of those three.
Yes, I would. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. Thank you very much.
Top choices there, mate. Yeah, can't argue with them.
Booklerden, if you're new, hopefully you watch this show, go back and watch our Marvel superhero section as well. You'll know our feelings on superheroes. FPL Drunk of the FPL Hangover podcast. Seamus, in fact. Who I reckon today, I saw a picture of him at Christmas. Looks very much like... I've forgotten the guy's name. Let's move on. I've forgotten his name. Yes. Sci-fi is a difficult one. Yeah, we were having a bit of a to and fro between a few of us. Sci-fi is a difficult one. I can imagine a lot of debate over what is a sci-fi movie and what isn't. Someone mentioned The Truman Show. Spoiler. Not a sci-fi movie for me, Clive. But
top film though.
But what about Jurassic Park? What about V for Vendetta? Two personal favourites of mine.
Jurassic Park, yes, I would include. It's dinosaurs and cloning and everything that goes along with that, so I would definitely include it. V for Vendetta, like I mentioned just then, I would put into the comics section.
It kind of
straddles
both, doesn't it?
More, isn't it? So it's going to be sci-fi.
But I can kind of dismiss it because I don't like that film.
Virulently, ferociously.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm
Natalie Portman and Hugo Weaving, I think it was, wasn't it? And I didn't like it. And in reply to Seamus, FPL Claret, aka Jimmy Mac and Cheese, the Burnley fan, big Ashley Barnes fan. Much like yourself, he's had to wait about 6 months to justify his love of Ashley Barnes, where you have a love of Glenn Murray.
Yes.
Yeah. It was worth the wait, wasn't it? FPL Claret then replied, "For me, The Truman Show counts since the plot revolves around technology which is plausible but not currently possible."
Fair enough, yeah. I think there's arguments to be made for it, yeah.
Yeah, but then, moving on to FPL Drunk / Seamus's top 10 he's given us. He'll give us a 10 to 6 and then a 5 to 1. Is it my turn to read? It is. He comes in at... I've lost it now, shouldn't have done that. There it is. Yeah. Number 10, Total Recall. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I wish I had 3 hands.
Hey, all right.
Number 9, Event Horizon. Number 8, Sunshine. Yeah. Number 7, Cloverfield. No, that just made me seasick, honestly. Shaky camera crap with, big space dog. Yeah. Number 6, The Matrix. Yeah, we've spoken about Matrix. In at number 5, Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat. He's even got the tagline. Yeah, pretty good. Number 4, Fifth Element. You aware of Fifth Element? No. Something a bit different. Very comic. It's Luc Besson, the French director, did Leon and did Taxi and whatnot. Mia Jovovich is the girl who falls out of the sky, and Bruce Willis in it again. And a heck load of other people. Goldie, the trip-hop star, is in it. Not Goldie. Is it Goldie? One of the trip-hop stars of the 90s is in it. Yeah,
I think it might be Goldie.
Yeah. It's very good. I like Fifth Element very, very much. Number 3, Predator. Yes, Predator.
Yeah.
The original one.
More than yourselves.
Yeah. Not Predator 2. And I also liked Predators. Not the new one, The Predator. That is a pile of crap. Predators with Adrian Brody is fantastic. Love that. So Predator and Predators I would put in there as well. Number 2, Ex Machina. Everybody seems to like that. You know, we've got a very knowledgeable and cerebral audience.
Yeah.
I'm very pleased to say. And in at number 1, Alien. The original and the best.
FPL JJ, thank you, has got in touch and said, number 5, Interstellar. The Nolan boys at it again.
There's something. Take the hints. Take the hints, mate.
They can take a hint and fuck off. Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Always good fun. Yeah.
Hell yes. Avatar. Admittedly, not watched it. I get a wide range of reviews on that. Some people love it. Some people don't.
I hate it.
I
hate the guy. What is Sam Worthington?
Yeah, he's pretty wooden. And in a Terminator film.
Yeah.
as a Terminator.
Yeah.
But Taj from Come Fly With Me likes it, so sitcom, Little Britain guys.
I don't like Little Britain.
Fair enough. Subvert. Total Recall.
Total Recall, yeah.
And also Alien. Again, Alien
yeah.
popping up a lot.
So very similar choices. Very good, but thank you FPLJJ. FPL Claret then. Jimmy Mac and Cheese. In at number 5, Annihilation, which we were talking about. The music is just haunting. It is. Very good score on it. Especially at the end. Gorgeous visuals. It does look gorgeous. I thought it were dead clever. And just amazing to watch. Yeah? Number 4, Ex Machina. Great acting, dialogue, tension, payoff, and I love the film within the film, the secret plot, all that good stuff. I want to watch it again. I didn't get that. Number 3, Terminator 2. What can you say about this film, man? Come with me if you want to live. Class.
No,
yeah?
I know why you cry.
I need your boots, your jacket.
That's the number one. That's number 1, that one.
Is it?
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'll be back.
Oh, I'm going.
I'll be back.
Oh, it might be second one, actually.
Yeah. Okay. In at number 2, Alien and Aliens. We'll let you have that, Jimmy. Genuinely scary and disturbing, very true, and just stuffed full of iconic lines and moments, of which I gave you one earlier.
Yeah.
In at number 1, controversial, Truman Show. Sweet, emotional, funny, nearly perfect.
It is a damn good film.
You know, not normally you get those words, sweet, emotional and funny, attached to sci-fi films.
No.
So for that reason, very, very commendable recommendation there. Oh, that's the end of our guests.
That's the end of the guests.
So, thank you everybody for those
thank you guys.
excellent recommendations. Thank you for getting in touch, and I'm really pleased with those choices. And there's some new films that I haven't seen that I will look forward to watching. Hopefully you'll enjoy our choices now. Liam, go for it.
Did Riz give us any?
Oh yes, he did. Riz, the Scarlet Pimpernel.
To WhatsApp we go.
Yes, Rizzy. He says, there are so many, but after much deliberation last night and today, these are the ones I was going to discuss. However, truly, what really is a sci-fi? You know what? He's mirroring some of the comments we've had. Do you include Jurassic Park in that? Or shall we say any of the Marvel stuff? No, thank you very much.
It's its own thing now. You stop hating on Marvel.
So, Riz's top 5. In at number 5, 12 Monkeys. Good choice.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, I think, is brilliant in that. Gets criticised a lot, but I think it's brilliant. Number 4, A Clockwork Orange. Yeah, is that technically sci-fi? Is that another Kubrick as well, isn't it?
It's dystopian future, so
we'll go with that, yeah. Malcolm McDonald.
Yeah, I had to watch it with subtitles on the other week.
Really?
I put it on late night and I was going like, what the fuck is it? Come now, brother. I was like, fuck this.
It's good, I like it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I love my milk as well. Number 3, The Matrix. Yeah. Number 2, Inception. Come on, Liam.
It's like a podcast with no podcasters.
You know you want to. Yeah. And in at number 1, Riz's choice, 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Riz. Good choices. Right, well, as you can see, we ran out of time. We got kicked out. So we're over at my place in the dining room. And we're here to give you Liam's and my top 5, or our top choices anyway. So I know the lighting and the sound's going to be all over the place. So just bear with us. We're nearly done, and hopefully you like our choices. It'll be worth it.
I thought you were going to say that by the magic of sci-fi, we've
boom. Yes.
Changed the environment.
This is the future. We've It's not as good as the past. It's still
Oh, half an hour of it.
It's a dystopian future.
Oh, excellent.
Right, take us away, Liam.
Cheers, mate. So so my list is a bit of a collaborative one with Sean and Stephen. So it's a bit of a Comiskey collaborative.
Comiskey family.
Yeah, Comiskey family effort.
Cool.
So the first one, I've been mentioned before, Mad Max.
Yes, definitely.
Specifically, Mad Max 1 and 2.
Love it. Well, 1, I definitely like 1. 2's good as well.
2 is, I always think that 2 is like the version that they would have made if they had the money for the first one.
Yeah.
Mad Max 3 is it's a film of 2 halves because the director died halfway through.
Okay, right.
Yeah. And I think that's why it loses its steam a bit, but you've got Tina Turner.
We don't need another hero. No.
Absolutely bossing it. Spin the wheel, Raggedy Man. 2 men in tow, 1 man
I
lead.
really don't like that one.
No, it's not as good. 1 and 2. 1 is fantastic, and it introduced Mel Gibson to the world.
Yeah.
And that thing in there, it's just not the goose.
That's no bad thing.
Brief aside, Fury Road.
Yeah.
Bag of shit.
Yes. Glad we agree on that.
Yeah, horrible. It's so noisy and orange.
Yeah.
I can Blumper with Tourette's.
Yeah. It's kind of Fast and Furious meets Mad Max.
Yeah, we hated it.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I think my brother tried to watch it when he had a long day at work, and he lasted 10 minutes and went, I am got such a headache. And he just
mind-numbing, yeah.
He just went to bed. He was like, I can't do it. It's not a Mad Max film.
No.
It's not a Mad Max film.
No.
Sorry. My next choice is Pacific Rim.
Oh, no, I'm not having that.
You're more Atlantic Edge kind of guy.
Yeah, North Sea. No. No. I just don't like Pacific. If you're going to watch that sort of stuff, you may as well go anime and watch the proper stuff. Watch Gundam and the likes of that, yeah? But, no, I'm amazed that it's Guillermo del Toro involved with stuff like that.
Well, you know me, I love a bit of Del Toro, I love a bit of Perlman.
Yeah, fair enough, but...
That's Ron, not Rhea. Yeah, no, I really like it. It's got monsters and giant robots. What more do you need? Knocking seven shades
Have you
out of each
seen
other.
the latest one?
No, I had a deal
It's crap.
where let's save me a trip to the cinema.
Yeah.
I had a deal where I went to the cinema to watch one film, and part of the prerequisite was that we could then go and watch my film that I wanted to.
Yeah.
And I think Pacific Rim came and went with the tide.
Yeah.
I think it was a rapid tide. It went and just left, and I was left watching an interesting film that I did enjoy, but I would rather have watched robots and aliens knocking.
The latest one with John Boyega. Oh.
Yeah. Uprising.
Yeah, and a bunch of kids. It's like Pacific Rim: The Cadets. That's what it's. Yeah, or Power Rangers. That's what it's. Honestly, that's what it's like.
Sounds awesome.
It's
awesome.
Crap. It's crap. Stay away. And yeah, Pacific Rim. No, not having it.
2 thumbs up from me. My next choice is Star Wars, which we've covered specifically. Star Wars: A New Hope, Episode 4, however you want to slice it.
Number one,
yeah, just to throw that into the mix as well. Mainly because it's the gateway to the rest of them. Yeah. And I think it's the best film where you can look at it as a standalone film before it disappears up its own trumpet, especially with the later, earlier ones.
Yeah, let's not even talk about them. That's not even real Star Wars anymore. Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. More so than Star Trek. I've never been a big Star Trek fan in comparison, but I've not seen the originals, but I do like the newer ones.
The new ones, yes.
With Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto, yes.
Even Cumberbatch made a half-decent Khan.
As Khan, I was not Citizen Khan. No. I was pleasantly surprised by him.
Yeah. Because of the originals, that's my favourite, The Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
I love it.
Is that 3? Is it?
Yes, I think it is 3. Yeah, because 2 is The Search for Spock. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, carry on.
And on that theme, can't believe this hasn't been mentioned. Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, nobody's gone up the comedy / spoof avenue.
Which I was tempted by Rocket Man, where he gets sent to Mars.
Oh yeah,
farts in a spacesuit, which is hilarious.
But Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest, because I've watched that before I'd seen anything Star Trek, but because it's such a massive part of pop culture, there's some stuff that you don't pick up on, some stuff that you do. But it's absolutely brilliant, and a lot of people sort of semi-include it as part of the canon because it is that closely related and linked. It's almost it almost goes past being a spoof. It is just a basic Star Trek film, but it's brilliant. The cast as well. Alan Rickman.
Oh well, Weaver.
I mean that as Tim Allen. Alan Rickman, but again I was just saying Alan Rickman. Rickman, Alan Weaver. Fantastic.
Continue.
Planet of the Apes, and I'm including this as all the Apes films because we'll get.
Go ahead before
the way I watched
shoot
them
you down.
was I watched the new, which is
Dawn.
I watched Dawn first before original Planet of the Apes, just through because it's pop culture. You know it anyway, so you end up not needing to watch it, which is a bit of an annoyance.
But you do.
I did. But so I watched Dawn, and it was quite interesting going back and watching the first one later that night and going, oh, that's that reference. Oh, that makes it. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, the original Five Apes films, varying degrees of success, and then the TV show just avoid, but it is hilarious because they can do everything.
Yeah.
The two astronauts. Yeah, it's like they find an ape community and they go, oh, we need to build a windmill. Oh yeah, we can do that. Just knock up a windmill, and you're like, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, the newer ones. I really like the newer ones.
I didn't know. The first one, Dawn, I could just about tolerate. I wouldn't watch it again now if it was on. I'd turn it over. The second two, and especially the third one, I hate that one. The war.
What with Mr. Harrelson?
Oh, yeah, Woody Harrelson. Normally, I'm a fan of Woody Harrelson. I like the guy, but his hamming it up as mock Colonel Kurtz, not having it.
No,
nah.
I like all of them, to be honest. I really.
No. In the bin.
So many times when Caesar gets that face on him, you go, oh. I've genuinely gone, oh, he's gonna kick off in a minute.
Nah, the original ones I like because as a very young kid, maybe 6, 7, 8, when I shouldn't have been watching Planet of the Apes, I found myself watching Planet of the Apes and absolutely shitting myself at the sight of apes on horses and oh wow, seriously, yeah. So I've got memories of that and seeing the iconic Statue of Liberty, out of the sand, and I thought that was brilliant. I've admittedly not seen all 5 and probably couldn't tell you them apart. But the new ones, no, definitely not. I don't like them.
And a big shout out to Charlton Heston in Wayne's World 2.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Gordon Street, I once knew a girl. We're forgetting Tim Burton.
No.
Helena Bonham Carter. All right.
That was weird.
That was weird.
It's Tim Burton, granted.
Yeah.
But even for Tim Burton, that was a bit creepy.
But Helena.
No, that was the creepiest bit.
We'll have a...
Move on. I want to get that image out of my head.
We'll have a Helena Bonham Carter episode one day. My word. Another one for me, Demolition Man.
Yeah, good fun.
Cryogenics, future, the implanting things into the brain. A lot of elements.
Wesley Snipes was the star of that.
Wesley Snipes, and he's fantastic. It's just a brilliant.
Yeah. It's
one of my favourite films that you just put on and you go, it's.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but yeah. Hilarious
bit where I can't remember which way around it is, but this Pizza Hut's taken over all of them.
Right.
Or Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And they dub over it, I think, for the international release. Taco Bell. It's Taco Bell for America, but then for the international, they dubbed over it because nobody would know Taco Bell outside of America.
Yeah.
But they just use the same footage. But when you're watching it, Stallone's like, I can't believe they replaced everything with Pizza Hut. It's really jarring.
Right,
it's absolutely hilarious.
That.
And Sandra Bullock's in it. The Bullock. Whoa, that miscongeniality. And Rob Schneider as well. He doesn't know how to use the seashells.
Hate him. No.
Love him. Another one, Escape from New York.
Yes.
LA just a Snake Plissken in my cab. LA is good.
Yeah.
With Peter Fonda's CGI surfing is a bit what the hell.
Yeah, I know.
But overall, if you just Escape from New York, the iconic Plissken.
Yeah.
The president's trapped. He has to go in and rescue them. Suicide mission in the future.
It is good. Good fun. I remember watching that, but I remember being slightly disappointed by LA.
Yeah. It's not as good. I mean,
because I watched them near enough back to back. I remember.
Yeah, whereas you could have done with like the 3 years of real, like how long it took to make or whatever.
Yeah.
Next shout, Men in Black. That's in there as a bit of a. I think I watched them 3, 1, 2. I went to the cinema and saw 3 and then went back and I was like, I better watch the first 2 now to know what's going on. 3 was a bit, the ending was a bit schmaltzy, but Boris the Animal.
No, I don't like any of them.
No? Fair enough,
not
mate.
A fan.
Too fun for you, that's why.
Yeah. No fun allowed. There's a no fun zone.
Minority Report, which we've covered, I like it. He's not a big fan.
No, I don't hate it. It's just meh.
Yeah. So Back to the Future as well. We've already covered. I would put all 3 in.
Nah, not for me.
No.
First one, number 1. 2 and 3, I'm not. 2's the casino one. Biff owns a casino.
Yes,
and
there's 2 Martys in the 50s.
Yeah, nah. They're okay, they're good, but number one definitely for me.
I think number one is so strong
Yeah.
that anything that comes after it is just, it's not, it pales, doesn't
Yeah.
it? But
I know a lot of people like number 3 as well, the
yeah,
Wild
'cause
West one.
it's a romp in it. But
Yeah.
as a trilogy, I've got to put them all in. I've got to put them all in. I'll throw this one in. I'm not as big a fan as other people are, but Wally.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Good. Because
I think it's, sorry to say, I think because it's silent essentially.
yeah.
For 99% of it, I think a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is amazing," you know, and it got a lot of praise just for being a bit different.
Yeah.
But there's enough sci-fi in there, and it's a frightening future of what we're actually becoming.
True.
You know,
True. Yeah.
The fat people that watch TV, it's like, this is actually happening. Huh? This is horrible.
No, I remember watching a lot of that with my lads when they were younger, and I think that was possibly the start of like all the Pixar stuff and all of that stuff.
About 08, I think, 09.
Yeah. So yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
There was a lad at uni who dressed up as Wally in a big like washing machine box, and he was a big unit anyway. And with that on the dance floor, I mean, it was just a nightmare. Looper, we've already covered Looper.
Yeah.
And then 3 older ones, which have come from Sean and Stephen.
Right.
We've got Barbarella.
I've never watched it in its entirety.
Not even the orgasm porno. No. That's all you need to see. That
doesn't ring a bell. I don't think it's a film I could sit through.
No, I think it's very of its time. It's very trippy, but it's worth a watch. You know.
Yeah, I might look it up.
I'll throw another one in, similar sort of thing. Flash Gordon.
Yes.
Gordon's alive, which I can't believe hasn't come up already.
Nobody's, like I said earlier, I think I mentioned it. Nobody's gone down the comedy route, sort of.
Yeah.
Or even the camping it up, glamping it up.
Yeah.
route. Yeah.
There's I think there's a version of it called Flesh Gordon.
Oh.
And, no, it's not as I don't like it. But there's a bit where they go to a planet and he goes, the ship door opens and he steps off and goes, "Good, there's air. We can breathe." Just carries. And the classic bit in proper Flash Gordon is the bit where it shows Hitler and Ming the Merciless goes, he had potential. Potential. And of course,
I was expecting that to be on your list, to be honest. That'd be right up your street.
Gordon's alive.
Gordon's alive, yes.
The Dalton as well. It's just brilliant. Logan's Run as well.
Yes, it's been a long time since I've seen that.
Yeah. He's Basil Exposition in Austin Powers. I can't remember his real name. But yeah, people get to a certain age and die, and then he runs off and goes, "No, I'm not having this." Absolutely fantastic. I'm quite surprised there's no classic films like that.
I know,
apart from Space Odyssey and Clockwork Orange, it's really a lot of modern stuff. Yeah. Which is, rare for me to be like coming out with.
I think that maybe we haven't got that generation of people as who've got in contact or watch or listen to this.
Yeah, to be fair, it's who's doing it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because stuff like Soylent Green.
Oh, you've outdone me there. Yeah.
Stuff like that is, again, it's kind of, you could call it dystopian, and I don't want to give it away what the actual Soylent Green is, but it's not what you'd expect. Yeah. So, yeah.
Nice one.
Anyway, was that the end of your list?
My only other one to throw in is, do you remember Recess?
The kids
cartoon show. So, kids cartoon show Recess is their playtime, obviously.
How was that sci-fi?
Because they had an episode where they got a system in, a computer system that regulated the timetable and break times and dinner times and all the doors in the school. Yeah. And eventually it went a bit crazy. And it was actually, what's it called in Space Odyssey? Hal. This was called Sal.
Right.
And it's one of the things that you grow up and you're just like, it's a good episode. And then later on you go, that's just 2001: A Space Odyssey. Yeah. And it was a brilliant cartoon. It's one of my all-time favorite shows. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you're going to have that then, in terms of brilliant cartoons, and it's one I've sent you a link to, which I'm guessing you haven't watched yet, and hopefully the viewers out there, some of you more peculiar ones, like myself, will have seen it, is Gravity Falls.
Yes.
Yeah, with Dipper and Mabel. And the particular episode where, I can't remember his name now, the guy from the future with the screwdriver, and it's a brilliant episode, so you've got to watch that. Look that one up. It might even be the episode I sent you, but I can't remember. But one of the best Globnar. It's a two-part episode. If you watch it, you'll know what Globnar is as well. Yeah, it's really good. Right, onto my list then. I'll try and make this quick and finish because we've got the honourable mentions as well. To be honest, I didn't get to really delve deep and think about the films I've watched and give a comprehensive list and try and give the sort of alternative out there ones like I usually do.
Yeah, you do come well first.
I do. So on this one, and in particular, I think this one I didn't think I needed to because sci-fi is my first love. So I've gone for the films that actually inspired my love of film and of science fiction.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting
emotional. It's from the heart. This, yeah. So number 5, in fact, Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just love time travel, and it's just that whole concept. And I'm someone who, not as much now, I used to be into my cars as well, and as a kid, see the DeLorean with the gullwing doors.
Completely useless doors, but
they
do look cool.
Useless cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, Back to the Future, love it. Number 4, Interstellar. Yeah.
Carry on.
I know. And Liam doesn't like the Nolan brothers. Yeah. I love the Nolan brothers. Everything they've done, including the TV show Person of Interest. Really good. And Interstellar, wow. It breaches new grounds. Yeah. And we've spoke about this. You won't know. We've spoken about this at length episodes back when I spoke about Interstellar months back about my favourite films, recent films I've seen. And simply because the Nolan brothers try to ground it in a reality.
Make it boring.
They did actually have NASA researchers and scientists who said, yes, this would be a plausible theory. So it's very realistic, and that whole, because it contains time travel as well, in essence. It's brilliant. I love it. Matthew McConaughey is great. I know you like Anne Hathaway.
Oh, Anne Hathaway.
Yeah. Fantastic film. I love it. Still one of the best films around. I'm not seeing anything that I can think of straight away that's better than Interstellar recently. Number 3, and I cannot believe anybody out there has not mentioned this seminal piece of cinema that has set a trend in the same way Alien has, set the benchmark for space dog.
Yeah.
This has set the benchmark for dystopian future. Any guesses at what it might be?
Clockwork Orange would be my shout, but people have mentioned
much more dystopian than that.
Earlier than Clockwork Orange?
Just after, I think.
Just after.
Rutger Hauer, Harrison Ford, Blade Runner.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, I've not watched it, but again, I'm surprised that the amount of people that have written it,
nobody even said the new one, 2049, which is okay.
Wow.
But original Blade Runner, absolutely fantastic. It's in the bunch of DVDs I've given you, which presumably you haven't watched yet. Yeah. Brilliant film, and it literally, again, paints the landscape for all of the films and sets. Yeah. Everyone's copied that dystopian future, dark, grimy. Yeah. I mean, Judge Dredd did it so poorly, so well. Yeah. Number 2, and I'm mirroring a conversation and I'm mirroring a choice that FPL Fring had with Akira. My flip side of that coin was Ghost in the Shell.
Anime or?
Anime.
Johans.
Yeah, okay. Live action was surprisingly decent and watchable. But the anime is just, and for how old it is, and you still watch it now and it still holds water, stands up.
You have lent me that one. That is in the bag as well.
It's a beautiful film. I love it.
Yeah.
From the concept and the action, it's, again, I watched it as a teen or late teen possibly, and it's like future cop, hybrid, cyborg. But then the scenery and that music, that, people will know the music I'm on about, following the scene where she first has the camouflage suit and beats this guy up. The music's beautiful. You just got to watch it.
I will, yeah.
And in fact, it's a source of inspiration for The Matrix. So this whole idea of Ghost in the Shell sprung with the idea of, linking a whole of the world. A real world and a virtual world. That's where the Wachowskis got it. So it's not based entirely on this, but that's where they got the idea. And number one, it might seem a boring, predictable, obvious choice, but for me, it is Star Wars. All three. All three. Because watching that as a kid, because obviously it came out in the late 70s, so it would have come on telly a good few years later. So I was, again, 6, 7 years old, and watching that on telly for the first time just blew my mind.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Robots, aliens, lasers, laser swords, magicians in essence as well, you know, spaceships, everything. It's got everything.
It does, yeah.
And wizards, essentially. Jedi's are the wizards of that. And wow.
The box is ticked on whatever you're after, really, isn't it?
Everything, yeah. And from there, I was just like, wow, what is this? And and it just set the ball rolling. And then after that, shortly, well, maybe a few years later, Back to the Future was around, kicked on.
85,
Yeah, and in between, I was watching anything that was sci-fi, the likes of, you know, honourable mentions we can start on now. And again, a lot of people haven't mentioned this, but the likes of Flight of the Navigator, The Last Starfighter. There's one film with River Phoenix where him and his buddies build like this pod, and they're able to build a force field around it, and it's like brilliant. So all of those, and then I got into...
Was that an anime, Flight of the Navigator? Sorry.
No,
right,
real life, yeah. And then I got into the books, you know, Arthur C. Clarke, Michael Amos anyway, but yeah, I love sci-fi, essentially. So yeah, mad on that. Let's quickly finish on some honourable mentions, and as I run through this, tell me the ones that you know or you've seen. Again, some of these are classics that people have not mentioned, and if you really are into sci-fi, you need to watch these for, you know, the ideas. As soon as you watch some of these older films, you see where so many other films have got their ideas from.
Yeah.
Metropolis.
I know of it. I've not seen it.
Yeah, very old, very original, and it was actually the GIF that I put on. GIF. I don't know. It was a GIF I put on for the original tweet when I sent it out. You know, very again seminal ideas. Yeah. Total Recall. Somebody's mentioned. Time Lapse is a very interesting film. You probably won't know of this. No. Quite recent, and again, this is the thing with sci-fi, because I don't necessarily go for the story, problem, protagonist, resolution, that regular story arc. I go for films that have an idea, an unusual idea, and a lot of sci-fi films, especially sort of under the radar ones, have a single concept that they're based around, and then big budget studios nick those ideas and use it in there. So Time Lapse is one, a very interesting film. You've got to watch it. It's basically a group of 3 students, recent film, find their neighbour, an old man, dead. They go into his flat and they discover this machine in his house, in his flat. And what happens with the machine, it releases a Polaroid, a picture, every day. And they eventually learn that this picture is of 24 hours in the future.
Okay.
And it's really interesting. It is fantastic. So watch Time Lapse.
Yeah.
And you'll see a couple of concepts in there that have been used in recent films. The Man Who Fell to Earth.
No, again, it's a name that pops up.
The David Bowie one.
I thought it was Bowie.
Yeah.
No, you can take a run in.
What? Oh, you don't like Bowie? Seriously?
Put pause on that. Carry on.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, I'm stunned. The Man Who Fell to Earth. Okay. Time Crimes, which Miguel mentioned, is on my watch list. I'm going to watch that. The original Planet of the Apes. A comedy one, Land of the Lost.
Will Ferrell.
Yes.
They're going to do it. They're going
to
do it.
Yeah. Sit Jagger. Yes, brilliant.
Danny McBride. Anna Friel as well, isn't she?
Yes. Yeah, surprisingly good, Anna Friel. She's a very underrated actress.
Yeah, cracking film. Mate, get you on.
Hey.
Daft comedy.
I love it, yeah. I love Will Ferrell. Yeah, we'll have to do a top 5 comedy. Westworld.
Yul Brynner.
Yes.
Yeah. I've always wanted to get around to it, but it's just never.
He's the Don, Yul Brynner.
Yeah, he looks badass to me.
Even the TV series, the modern one with Sandy Newton and Michael Hopkins, Tony Hopkins.
Tony.
Yeah, that was pretty good as well. Moon.
You put me onto Moon with Guy Pearce, is it?
No.
Not Guy Pearce?
Guy Pearce is Memento, if you're thinking of Memento.
I can't remember. I've definitely watched Moon.
Moon is, I forget the guy's name, he's quite popular now, but he was Billy in The Green Mile. The guy who killed the girls. But Moon, watch this
I
again.
knew you'd have this in you.
Yeah, talking about under the radar films with a single idea. I won't tell you what it is, but this single idea was then nicked and put in the blender with lots of other films for Oblivion, Tom Cruise's Oblivion.
Yes, yeah.
Which is a pile of crap. But Moon, very good. Donnie Darko,
Never watched it.
never watched it.
Can't be asked with his bunny head.
It's good.
I know it will be, but
And again, it's kind of a time travel-ish type one. Yeah, Donnie Darko. Come on, everyone's got to know that one. Contact. Jodie Foster, Matthew McConaughey.
right, no.
That I love that film because again, it's very similar to Contact and Arrival. I was saying earlier, Amy Adams, and even I felt Annihilation that I was watching is very similar, where there's suddenly there's some kind of discovery and you don't have all the answers and it's all about the interaction then from then on. But Contact, very little actually happens, but it's brilliant.
Good, I like them films.
Yeah.
No, genuinely.
You have to watch Contact, yeah. Limitless, we've spoken about.
We spoke about Limitless,
Bradley Cooper, is he called?
Yeah, Cooper
Again.
and De Niro, yeah.
Yeah, I love that film, really good. The Fly.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yes, that was my first introduction to Jeff Goldblum, and I loved it. I loved The Fly, honestly. And then after that, I watched his other one, which I don't know if it was before or after, but I watched the one where he's with Earth Girls Are Easy.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, that was very funny, very good film.
Gina Davis in The Fly.
I think so.
I like a bit of Gina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But The Fly, very good. Escape from New York, we've said. Primer. Now this is one Riz knows. Have you heard of Primer?
No.
Again.
Apart from going on before the first coat. But
No. This is a different kind of Primer. Again, a very low budget, under the radar kind of film, which I used to confuse for Pi for some reason. I don't know, Pi is an entirely different film. But Primer is about two ordinary guys, office workers, who I don't know if they are engineers or something like that, but in their spare time they wind up building a time machine in a garage.
Oh, okay.
It's fantastic. It's literally like, there's no drama, it's not funny.
It's just a time machine.
Yeah, seriously, watch it, it's good. I love this next film, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Carey, innit?
Yes, Jim Carrey in a serious role.
Yeah.
And I think he was brilliant in it. And the rest of the cast as well, Kirsten Dunst and Frodo Baggins and
Elijah.
Elijah Wood. Really good. I love that. To think, technically, is it sci-fi? I don't know. I don't care. I love it. But what I liked about it is how they represent a dreamscape. You know, they literally make dreams appear on screen and how they construct it. Brilliant. I love it.
I will give it a will.
12 Monkeys, we've said. Brazil, nobody mentioned Brazil.
I think someone did.
Did somebody mention
Yeah,
Brazil?
someone mentioned Brazil, yeah.
Well, good on you if you did.
It was about 5 hours ago.
Yeah, it's very late now. Brazil, good film, very entertaining as well, I think. Her, we've mentioned. Nobody mentioned Tron.
Oh no, that is a surprise as well.
Tron, classic. Even the new one, I didn't mind too much. I didn't mind the new one. But the original, even just for nostalgic value.
And groundbreaking.
And the arcade game, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Tron and Lucy. Nobody mentioned Lucy, which was
good until the last 20 minutes, and then it went a bit off-piste, I thought.
I think the last 20 minutes are the best
bit.
yeah. So again, Luc Besson, I think it was.
Yes, yeah. No, I did enjoy. I like stuff like
good
that.
Good fun,
right?
but as far as my taste in sci-fi goes, it just sort of scratched the surface. Yeah. So Lucy. So that's the list. As I said, it's been a bit of a mad, hectic week for me, and particularly today, it's just gone from bad to worse tonight with everything. Hopefully it doesn't show in the final clip. So I haven't been able to research as many honourable mentions films. There's probably a hell of a lot more on this list.
Still a fair list, mate. That's still a fair old...
Well, not compared to the ones I've put together previously. Be as long as my arm. But I will just finish on these because TV shows haven't been touched upon. And there's a lot of good ones, especially with Netflix just churning out all sorts at the moment. A lot of it is just crap. But notable TV shows that I've watched and I love, I think are fantastic. Travellers, have I told you about that one?
No.
Riz is into that as well. We love it. Travellers are people sent from the future, but it's an interesting concept. The future is run and controlled and ordained by a computer, the director, who is looking out for humanity. But then there's a faction that believes, well, computers shouldn't be looking out for us. Yeah, so they send people's persona, their soul, whatever, into people who would have died historically. So right before their death, a person from the future comes and takes that body and assumes the role of that person.
Free Jack.
Free Jack. Oh, yes.
With Mick Jagger.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Free Jack.
How did we not mention Free Jack in sci-fi films? So it's fucking terrible. It's Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
And sorry, T.
No, it's alright.
Just before people die, they pinch their bodies and then send them to the future. And Mick Jagger's in it. And my dad kept doing this impression of Mick Jagger going, let's do it! And we kept that, and then we went and watched the film, and he literally popped out of a tank and went, okay, let's do it. And we were like, what? My dad built this impression of Free Jack, best sci-fi film ever. How did I forget that? I'm so sorry, man.
It's fine. But yeah, Travellers, very good series. Got 3 series on Netflix, and each of them is really good, because usually you watch stuff and the subsequent series are crap, like Walking Dead. I don't even know why I watched so much of that. It was complete crap. Next one, Lost in Space.
Lost in Space.
The old black and white
not the film from the 90s.
No, not the Matt LeBlanc one, no. The old one, but the remake they've done for Netflix is very, very good.
Right.
It's surprisingly good. And that reminds me of like the old 70s shows, The Time Tunnel and Land of the Giants as well.
Right.
Fantastic, those were good as well. Yeah. And Night Flyer I've watched. It's Event Horizon, so sci-fi horror, but with a bit more depth. So it was okay, I wasn't a big fan. But the first episode I've just shown to Liam of Titans.
Very, very good.
Wow. Yeah, that's how superhero movies should be done.
Yeah.
Not this Marvel crap where nobody dies. So, yeah, nothing gets resolved and they're back for another 3 sequels. Titans, knife in the eye kind of stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's us. Anything else?
That is us. No, I think we're exhausted. We've exhausted everything.
Yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Yeah, hopefully it's been good. Thank you once again for your input.
Yeah, thank you.
And for those who watch these regularly will know that we do the film section now, usually when there's an international break or there's no Premier League football. So the next one will be in the international break in March, whenever it is, a few weeks' time. So you know it's coming now. So if you have any ideas, any suggestions, top 5, whatever, get in touch. Tell us what you like to see. We've not done comedy. We've not done a lot of things, to be honest. So yeah, get in touch. Tell us what you like to see. Otherwise, I'll just pick another one and then pester you. Yeah. So thank you very much. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you very soon.
Cheers,
Bye bye.